robmacca's Tales from the Television.
Yes, Brookside, the very first soap opera on Channel 4, ran from November the 2nd, 1982 until November the 4th, 2003. After 21 years, it was axed from Channel 4. And of course, Phil Redmond, the producer, no stranger to television. He'd brought us Grange Hill and also Hollyoaks. Brookside was the groundbreaking soap on Channel 4, a first. And when Channel 4 started, it was known as Channel Swore, simply because of the swearing in Brookside. Who can forget the Grant?
Damon, don't make my tea too strong.
I'll have one as well. And I'll have one and all.
And one of the very first storylines on Brookside to make it into the papers, and it beat Coronation Street's Rashid, free Deirdre Rashid, and of course EastEnders Who Shot Phil. Brookside brought us Free George Jackson.
Free George Jackson. Come on.
Give you one of these leaflets. Would you stick it up in your front window lock? Oh, you're a little champ, you.
Free George Jackson. He's an innocent man.
Will you give us a break?
What's insane?
What's up? Well, we're supposed to be drumming up sympathy for George's plight, not holding a gospel meeting. Oh no, we're only singing. Lovely working, isn't it?
And let's not forget, viewers were glued to their TV sets just as these two characters from Brookside were glued to each other's lips. That storyline had me certainly captivated. We kind of go from watching a soap opera, then not watching a soap opera for a while. And Brookside, I'd been watching it, not watching it, you know. And when the story of the body under the patio came about, I was transfixed to Brookside. I'd been following the story about the Jordashes, and it was when it led up to the body being discovered. Brookside really managed it well, and this is the moment that body was discovered in the patio.
Oh, God. Right, come Ed. Your turn, I'm knackered. Yeah.
Hetty, what the hell are you doing now?
Keep it down, love. Sinbad's got something stashed down here. Aye, aye. Looks like we've struck gold.
Well, it could be anything. Look, don't get involved, Ed. Come on, out.
It's all right, I'm there now. Come on, Ed. Pull it up. Come on, pull it up. Ah! What is it? What is it? It's a hand.
And Channel 4's Brookside was the first soap opera to have a spin-off. Now, of course, all the other soap operas have copied that, but who can forget the relationship between Damon and his girlfriend Debbie? And they had a 3-part spin-off programme which unfortunately led to the death of Damon Grant. But Channel 4 were groundbreaking in that regard. Brookside wasn't afraid to cover those issues as we've already looked at, whether it be lesbian kiss, openly gay characters, rape, violence, incest, drugs, you name it, Brookside covered it. And of course, one of the most highly rated episodes of Brookside was the hostage episode. And Brookside's highest viewing figures were around about 8.5 to 9 million viewers, but sadly it ended up in terminal decline and Channel 4 axed the programme. Were the Grants, and who can forget, of course, Bobby Grant, and he was an outspoken character, as was his wife Sheila. And here is a clip, our final clip from today's episode, which looked at Bobby Grant's militant speech.
Might be alright for you to work in them conditions, but it's not alright for everybody else to work in them.
But if we sign on the dole, we might as well kill ourselves.
For Christ's sake, you won't be going on the dole.
Are you in the militant? Answer that, will you?
Why should I?
They're gonna lay us all off, Bobby. What happens then?
They won't be laying anybody off.
Are you in the militant?
No, I can't afford the suits. Can't you see what they're doing? They're not going to lay you off. They're just trying it on. Come on, Eric, for Christ's sake, you can see it, can't you? There's only one way forward now. We've all got to stick together.
Are you in the militant?
Is your needle stuck?
Will you answer the man, will you? Are you in the militant?
What's it got to do with you? What's it got to do with anybody here, whether I'm in the militant or not? Can't you see what they're doing? They're throwing the muck at the fan, aren't they? Divide and conquer. That's their game. Doesn't matter what I believe in. I'm with you.
Are you in it?
What have I am? What harm's it ever done you, eh? All they've ever done is build bloody houses.
So, you're in it?
I've no need to be in it, have I? Can't you see? Don't you understand? I've no need to be in it. I am a militant. A militant with a small M, and I'm proud of it. Look around, fellas. Where's all the jobs around here, eh? Where's the jobs around anywhere? There are none. That's why you're scared. That's why you want to go back in there and work in conditions that can kill you. Because there are no jobs. But anyone with the bottle to stand up and say, hey, we're not having this, to get branded as a militant. And I'm not just talking about the tendency. I'm talking about ordinary people. Ordinary people with heart and guts who get up and say, hey, we're not begging for jobs up here. We're demanding them. But not jobs at any price. We're not going to work for shared buttons. And we're not going to work in conditions that are dangerous and can kill us. We want good jobs with good wages, and we want to work in good conditions. And if that's a militant, then you count me in.